everything. mousesports, fnatic, and I've heard about this
battle on Inferno here as we see mousesports side on the CT side. This is the pick of fnatic now, and we're getting into an aggressive start here. mousesports looking to find opening kills with these P2000s, USPs, but they're starting to walk now. Looking for the opening kill, it's frozen to find contact, but there's 3 swinging Ts on the other side.
They were waiting for that. They wanted it. They had 3 gathered at the banana side. Oh my goodness, some missed shots from ropz, but he has managed to pick up the pieces of at least 1. Another frag for him. He's going to be separated, but Golden's got himself out of trouble. A headshot onto karrigan forces the hand of ropz to try to hunt him down. Good precision onto the first 2 frags, but he's going to B?
Maybe there's a defuse kit that he can pick up. There it is. So he has a chance for this. The bomb's only just been planted.
Yeah, you can see he's not making any secret of his angle of approach. He's just hoping he can separate these 2 aim duels now. Gets info on the first, expecting the second towards sight. Running out of time now, needs to clear the corners. He's not quite checked it, and that should be the end of him. flusha, no, we said, no knife kills this time. flusha, however.
7, the armor, the full array of utility. ropz did what he could with the USP here, but fnatic were ready and waiting for the aggression towards the bottom and middle there. It's a very common approach these days from the CT side on pistol rounds, and they were just waiting for it. mousesports even creep down as well. 1 flash Desert Eagles trying to whittle down these clocks, and karrigan, I think he might be in trouble here.
God, they're coming from banana and CT, this rat.
Yeah, it's the banana split here. And we'll see JW holding towards library as well. It's looking great for fnatic, but the deagle shot still can be delivered here. First one connects, doesn't find a frag. JW will find a 5 and 4, but frozen with 29 seconds could cause absolute chaos.
Oh,
which
down.
Bomb goes down.
He's got the rifle. I'm not sure how far it's going to get him. He's getting fragged out now, though. Nade from karrigan could do good damage. Does tickle away, but frozen's got 2. With 9 HP, he finds another 2 with the rifle. JW's thrown into an impossible clutch, and frozen's even going to make it a quad.
It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be messy. 1 mistake made, and frozen. He'll find the bomb, the AK-47, lock it down, and absolute pandemonium ensues.
Yeah.
And we'll see the force buy in response.
A perfect round as well, just to give everyone an example of why we say fnatic's T-sides are unlike anyone else's.
Sure. On the fnatic side, we saw previously, they are going to have to try and break through and snowball their way into a bomb site. Find an opening kill if possible. So he says the Eagles, as he goes down, trade potential there, but not found. Vox with 2.
Yeah, that second frag was real crucial. The trade from Brolin was on its way. Could have spiraled, but now, yeah, that's perfect. karrigan's even going to get an extra $600 with the frag onto J-Dubs, and whew, wanted to get there before the smoke plumed, but it costs him his life. Golden falls and puts flusha into a full 1 versus 5. Any sort of kill here would be nice. Maybe steal one of those rifles away and continue to chip away the mousesports. But he's got 40 seconds. He's in no rush. It looks like he is going to go down, though. Chris J holding the line.
fnatic can't really justify any sort of investment. The rush apartments, try and get a bomb down. Very unlikely they do. Ideally, you got the MP9 ready and waiting for them. karrigan's over towards B with that, but Voxic happy to find a few frags here towards B.
Voxic was one during stage 1 that we were very critical of here on the casting panel. He wasn't performing up to that same standard. Not. So I'm glad that we get to see him again today and see how that AWP was working. There was a lot of impact coming out of the lines of karrigan finding openings, was they were able to snowball rounds on. And then when the chips were really down, it was actually Chris J as the member we were highlighting as somebody stepping on up and winning them some big ones. Now, if you're here at the top of the show, could see fnatic picking up this win against mousesports. We're going to get it underway with the gun rounds here. So I assume fnatic are going to go with their traditional play that we've been talking about a lot, which is spreading out across the map. We have their default of flusha and golden over towards banana, Brolin and Crims over towards that apartments area, and then JW in between. Actually, they've mixed things up with 4 straight towards the mid stairs early, so this is a different look already.
A little bit of damage inflicted by the HE, and there's some sort of set piece here. We can see the deeper smoke on the CT side, and it's not working out for them, but a couple of kills come through. Voxic still holding towards the second mid position. It's karrigan bullying his way down toward the bottom of banana. mousesports are being very active there. I don't think Voxic gets away, though, at least. And now it's a 2 versus 2. Flush up. Pulls back karrigan. The MP9 drops. Banana's still open. Frozen makes his way down towards the logs area. He's got no utility, but now a gap in that smoke.
Can't flush him out late round. He will be able to extinguish that and then bide his time. But look at the push coming in the back lines. Frozen here. He gets a freebie. Look at this. It's the duo we've been talking about.
It is. You're absolutely right. Frozen and ropz getting it done once again. And flusha with 30 seconds here. The ball on his back. If there was a man to find his way out of this scenario, he certainly would be in the conversation. But a smoke only, a little And he's got to get frozen here at this point as well. He could get his quick kill towards bottom and middle, run towards B, but it looks like he's been found. 4-1 mousesports. BS allowed him to get a pick. While that's going on as well, there's a B push going on. Very aggressive, and mousesports happy to win these bonus rounds, Chad. Sure, yeah, so I guess the idea is there's so much aggression towards Banana, so all the bottom and middle players are taking care of that. And then you've got this deep second middle smoke you'd think is just the default one, but there's actually a huge gap towards second middle, enabling players like Voxy to get picks, which he has been lacking in the APL so far. It's great to see him posting big numbers in the opening map of this best of 3.
Up close.
Now this can spiral here. If fnatic get onto the bomb site and they trade evenly, they can pick up these rifles, and then the 3v3 post plant becomes very winnable. The rotation is far away. There's no map control right now granted to Mouse. They have eyes in halls and top middle, but they can't see brackets.
Oh, the grenade hurts. The flashbang's not effective. karrigan is dodging absolutely everything here and knocking down fnatic en route towards the bomb site. They are trying to mount their way up towards first oranges, but the smoke is thrown by the CT side. You can see how powerful it is. You throw that from new boxes. It lands actually on the wall itself.
Brutal.
So you can see their little legs run in. They can't see you. It's a very powerful smoke, and I think it was Comfy the first player I see to sort of drop that when he was playing back from North, but you don't see it.
Push the smoke.
Exactly,
You're almost
right?
better off throwing that than just the
You can
underhand.
see it from Frozen's POV now. He can see the legs. They can't see him for sure. So it's such a powerful smoke. It's really well done, and it also blocks their vision trying to know the lineup for that one. That's one we should
we should add that to our repertoire.
We should add it to our repertoire. Chad and I play B together a lot, so Chad, I'll work on it for us.
All right.
We'll put it into the mix. Oh, I like this one.
Very, very good.
They do this a lot, and it normally lands. Whoa, that did. JW connects with the head. Ready and waiting. A lot of damage in response, though. Where was that? Towards Banana, I assume. It's actually towards middle, I think. Flash is still on 93.
Yeah, it's Crims and Brolin who are normally the alt mid defaulters who took all that nade damage, and Christian, he is so lucky to get away with that. Those bullets from Brolin tagging him right down.
Look at the line he was spraying, though. You saw it?
Christian has rotated over in time with the AWP, but he might not be able to nestle away, and now he will have to worry about the Molotov. So if he goes towards Emo, that is a big problem, but they're going contact, it looks like.
Oh, Chris chose not to pull the trigger. Instead, he adjusts, and now JW's entered twice into the round. Flusha's only going to, rather, Frozen's only going to take the one. Flusha's shot him down, so already the retake looking rather impossible. ropz has already won one clutch, but this one's a little too tall of a task.
But they have so much money behind them, they might as well try and see what kind of damage they can inflict. We've seen plenty of kills with these stained glass windows. karrigan not going for it, but he does have an HE and an incendiary. So not necessarily trying to win the round here, but if he can wait till the very last few moments, catch him on the exit, that would be fantastic. But that Molotov does block his entrance towards that sort of idea, for now at least. But he knows, he's accepted he's not going to win this round, but still, he'll try and keep them on the bomb site here, wait the last few moments. Listen out for some footsteps. That's one, but flusha was already at the back, making sure that he couldn't defuse.
It's a good kill too, would have been great. But it's enough just to keep that T-sided economy a little bit at bay. Here we know how much rounds cost a little bit less on that side. We subsidize them. I'm not sure why. Something we just like to do. We're kind out here in the Counter-Strike world. And it was all that flusha kill. If Frozen was able to multi-frag from that position, we may see the retake actually come on today as well in their first map. They were able to win the pistol, and then they lost the force buy. And the force buy battle is something that we would normally throw within that fnatic realm of constantly winning.
They normally bring that out when they need it, Chad. Early stages, they're like, you know what, this map's still under control. It's when things start to fall apart, is when they pull out the CZ victories, all the Mac 10s. The lack of helmet there for karrigan cost him his life, and his flusha, that is his trademark move there. The deep smoke towards CD spawn, call it done. There's no force, the speed picks up. Flusha doesn't slow down, and he can run and gun. You cannot. And you can
Nimi's utility he's running through, it's actually his teammates as well. Look at this. There's going to be a T-sided Molotov that's landed just here. flusha runs through that. He's pushing through their own utility to get these two openings. Now, look, if he went down, he would have looked very silly. But getting both opening kills, it guarantees the round, and that is one on the board for fnatic. So that's all that matters.
Give it the money. We just won the previous round. They might not have helmets here. And we've seen this going through all the flames here, negating everything. And that's it. You can see Frozen call the nades out. And then this is it. I think he had no helmet. No, karrigan didn't. I thought a few moves up towards quick mid with him leading the charge. So we'll see more and more of that as the game continues here. For now, though, mousesports back on towards the AWP setup here after losing 2 rounds in a row. Toxic still happy to challenge. Still got $8,500 behind them.
That's wild. Their money is in a great position. If they lose this round, they get a $2,400 loss bonus. mousesports are laughing all the way to the bank at the moment.
They did have 3 players survive in the previous round by virtue of that rush. But yes, money's still fantastic.
Or he did the jumping off the sandbags play to spam through the smoke and get both kills.
Which weapon was that with?
The Krieg.
And which weapon might you have on the CT side here today?
The Krieg.
There we go. So keep your eyes on Brolan. Just to reiterate, mousesports will also subscribe to the same mentality of not buying the Krieg as much on the T side. Remarkable in-game leader stats, sometimes a little bit quiet. early on into the series. Hasn't found much, but here's karrigan. Takes down flusha early this time.
He's doing this single-handedly. He does no support from Woxic, and he's got two. Now Christier arrives, does nothing but a dink. Brolin low should be finished off. karrigan's on for a triple. Woxic's now perfectly swinging into J-Dubs, and that is the hold.
Yeah, super strong from karrigan again. His EPL stats must be very high by his standards, to be honest with you. Like, he's been so solid on all these bomb sites. He's leading the way on the T side a lot of maps as well. Golden might even get a plant down at this point.
It's only an AWP. He could win this. He's managed to get away towards Banana. The flash is good, but ropz is waiting. Oh, he's got the fight he wanted. The flash did catch ropz, but through it all, he does prevail. We will see the 6th for Mouse.
It was close though, you're
Yeah,
right, Chad.
man.
With the orb spamming through the smoke and not connecting, you got to stop spamming at that point, wait for your teammate. If he gets that kill towards...
Money's great on both sides, actually. If you look at the fnatic camp, I believe flusha has 10k to his name, probably helped out by those 2 Mac 10 kills we were just fawning over not long ago. But this hold here from karrigan is instrumental. And the fact that Christier didn't even peek after the first 2 frags went down, he was actually right there.
How sick is that though? Because you know karrigan gets his first 2 kills, they get the rives, of course, shuts things down. And we will have, as Chad mentioned, a strong buy for fnatic here. A river of flames engulfed there towards the banana area. You can see them exchanging utility. It's karrigan that will take the first blow though. Down to 54. He's still a player at sandbags as well, but he'll fall back. That's frozen, also catching an 8. And a kill.
Woxic was going to go down one way or the other. It's actually Brolin who catches him. JW, he's been winning the AWP duel in mid, that's for sure. Woxic typically, though, finding his feet over at the B site.
Just to note, oh, hold up, we got to stay on board with JW. He is getting very, very frisky. He wants to push forward there. He's seen the corner of the arm, and Christier will go down. It's now a 3-on-3. Map control completely in the favor of fnatic. They have full banana control. They've got top mid control, and Crims is even patrolling rotations from end of halls here.
Oh dear. Well, there it is. ropz quite proficient with the Krieg as well. He'll sit towards that pit position and Crims will go down. Nice shot from JW though. Gives them access towards the A side. The rotation's coming in slowly. They've double smoked towards library. Not ideal, but still absolutely fine. And maybe this won't be though. karrigan encroaching in their position. That's a key kill. Golden gives them the advantage.
They both drop mini pit. There's no way he's going to be expecting this. One's going to take contact, then JW's just going to be staring at the floor. He's not even probably going to find one of these, to be fair. He sees the head, doesn't get a chance to react, and so 4 for now. Opens an entire site up. Look at this. There is no teammates within a 1-mile radius of this AWPer in a crucial round, round 10 of the game. He takes the first. He anticipates the ropz adjustment by this.
Right? But the gamble from mousesports was actually, instead of having Woxic getting messed around by that utility usage and those rotations, he just went straight to B. So I'm not sure if there are 2 players, Christier and ropz, to lock down pit. We'll give you outside completely. You can spend all the round trying to find us. Right. We won't be there. So it is a gamble.
To commit to B or A.
Yeah, so I'm curious. That's one that I want to keep track of here. But
okay, well, he pushes at the M4. It doesn't work out, but Woxic's headshot towards Brolin certainly does. He does cop a damage en route though. Taking down a 16 HP, it still is a 4-on-4, but lots of banana control granted towards fnatic. So it's going to be a response now from mousesports. 2 players towards the new boxes. We've seen this a few times. You are able to block yourself from flashbangs, potential flames as well, but it's a very common spot that's pre-fired. Woxic, it takes him a few seconds to realize JW clock here for fnatic. Where do they finish up? Bomb still towards middle alone, showing presence towards B right now.
Frozen's had a lot of impact so far, but if they do come B, he needs to find even more, and well, that's not going to be enough. flusha through the smoke somehow finds him chiming in with Golden, and it's Christier's chance to deliver.
He could do this. Oh, this movement's sick from flusha, but that confirms at least 1 player's to...
Nice work from him to deal with it, but now closing in on short, 2 pincering in onto ropz's position. They know he plays pit. 2 Molotovs invested. They're clearing out short. He still gets one onto Golden. Should be traded up that balcony, but still putting down bullets towards JW. Does tag him up just a little.
It buys some time here. It makes the retake possible for Christier, knowing this smoke's about to dissipate as well. He's going to have to try and push through this one. Flashbang actually avoids him, so he actually tucks himself on the bomb side. Lovely maneuver so far from Christier. Oh! And he pulls it off as well. That is it bitter?
Oh, no kit, no.
Yeah, that would be great. Just lose the round now. But yeah, it is. Just for you, just so anyone's not aware, fnatic love to showboat. They love to go for the knives. They like to shoot dead bodies. Nice shot from Voxy, by the way. And Chris Jade is having a bit of fun there, giving it back. So that's one pull out. That box to his left, he's protecting himself in the pit there. He tucks himself in on the bomb side so he can take that isolate.
He was completely blind.
So when he threw the smoke, he threw the flash into...
Exposed in library, and fnatic, well, they can commit off of this control they're taking. They're going to be throwing all of their utility to flush him out of the line. A flash is perfect. Woxic's completely deterred. He cannot really contribute. ropz is burning. Smoke does enable him to survive for a little longer. Threat from Graveyard, very real. Brolin's hunting, but he wasn't ready for the crossfire. Oh, Chris, that could have been a whole lot better. Now a 5 versus 4 made even better by Brolin.
That's the power of the Krieg right there, getting it done. Face first, mousesports will be dropped one by one. Karrigan, even if he tries to get back towards logs, it could be detrimental to him.
I think he just has to stand still now. Like a stat.
fnatic, and with the scoreline at 7-5, there's still an opportunity for the Swedes to take away this first half victory. Look at that, spinning on a dime and then up and over the top. Even finds ropz. How does he see him? Look, just tucking away out the back of the smoke.
He was on 15 HP there as well, so great work from Brolin, for sure. But we do have that safe weaponry and a force buy now from mousesports. A key round here. Could actually lead to fnatic winning the half if they give this one up. And flusha barreling in towards B once again with this MAC-10. Is it enough to crack things open? Karrigan with the MP9, equal weaponry, and Karrigan comes out on top.
That's huge. A big win from Karrigan. fnatic, they're trying to exploit the lack of utility, knowing mousesports could be forcing into this one, and now they've taken the site. mousesports do have the favored numbers, but admittedly, Karrigan with low HP is going to be more of a decoy, perhaps, than anything else.
Well, especially with JW's AWP in this mix as well. Good Molotov towards Ruins means he can really focus on spawn now. He has to be active as well. He can't wait for them to commit towards the bomb site. You see that's a fantastic smoke as well. Halfway gone. How do they even bust through this one? The flashbang's coming through. I would say maybe Kool the save at this point.
Have to go now.
They're committing, and a missed shot from JW. ropz is holding the re-swing, but the frags are coming in, and they're all favoring fnatic. Nothing they can do. mousesports, they went for the full retake on the force. That's going to break them.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that one. The Molotov, the smoke combination, it was just too much to deal with there, especially with the AWP on the retake. They will save that. Just to note, Karrigan on 2, just to 1, and it has to be the eco going forward here.
Well, it's $1,900 loss bonus right now for Mouse, so the rest of their half, it's over, unfortunately. They're just going to go into that last gun round, scraping something together, seeing what...
He's your superstar AWP, right? So Karrigan's going to use it with the diffuse kit, helmet, and smoke. Did he have a good spawn? He did for B, to be fair, so maybe that's why he's going for this initial pick. And we'll see if there's any smoke or flashes behind it. It's just going in dry, the CO Guardian pick, and it works out for 1. Surely not a second. The MAC-10's too close.
Tag one!
He did. He wallbanged straight in,
That's
and Woxic's done enough to finish the job. He's going to tag another one! Shooting from the hip, Karrigan tags up Brolin. 3 are hiding behind the sandbags. Goldenson needs a fresh mag for the repeat. Imagine if Karrigan got another one. Holding down Banana, some close quarters AWPing. He's contributed to 3.
This is actually sick from Karrigan. Will they check the sandbags again, knowing he's probably fallen back at this stage? Surely
Fire
they give
a shot
it
now, Karrigan.
just a courtesy check at this point. Make sure it's clear, Brolin, and indeed he will. Great shot. He's on for one hell of a round. Not the ace, but he's contributed massively here. I question whether he should have the AWP considering Vox is available, but I was dead wrong. Karrigan about to get the 4th kill here, and it's a beautiful one.
The map, the $1,900 loss bonus was avoided right there from mousesports. They pick up some guns for free, and it's all through the in-game leader. There's a couple of these names right now that are floating around, but Karrigan has to be at the top of the list as far as it comes to impact that we're seeing in situations when the chips are down.
I said to you in the green room about 3 days ability, given the AWP against fnatic, the only weapon they have, he ends up getting 4 kills, saving the day and the half as we get into round number 15 here.
And he just gave away the opening in this
we
one.
bigged him up there. He's got to give something. He's not perfect. I'm not saying that.
Every human has their fault. And that's B open.
It was a good try.
Poor old Frozen. He is going to try and stand his ground, but through the smoke, flusha will prevail, and he's come straight back with a vengeance for the final round of this half.
Yeah, a little bit underwhelming for this final half, the final round of this half, I should say. But still, Karrigan's efforts will be noted.
You think about the difference makers, right? You think about the difference makers in this half so far. We've had flusha running into B on several occasions now. We've had that round with the team flush under JW. Chris J gets the 1-on-2 in the site. And then we have Karrigan with the AWP. So we're getting a lot more of these messy rounds today. But for Woxic and ropz to win a 2-on-4 situation, well, it was a 2-on-5 with the bomb half ticks. This one's a tall task.
Yeah, looks like they won't be winning this one, if I'm honest with you. It's currently a 4 versus 2. The Molotov and Spawn suddenly doesn't help things out, and so does the lack of time. It's less than a quarter remaining on the C4 here. Got to run through the flames, and at this stage it's confirmed it will be 8-7 in favor of mousesports here, but fnatic with a resurgence towards the end. They were actually 5-1. Good showing on the T side. CZ for Brolin over towards B to suggest their smokes. Hopefully bait out some utility. So they've been thrown already. They've been thrown over towards B with flashes, and it's dropped the smoke from the CT side. Yeah,
the Nico one, the coffin one.
It baited out smoke from the coffin area from decoys and it's baited out of smoke there because you threw one flashbang, 2 decoys over. It was very convincing. And now the CT side are on a 5-on-4 with 1 smoke remaining. That's in the hands of Brolan, who's in Boiler. He'll get a couple of kills here potentially, though. Just the one. Karrigan, nice shot. Crims will have to find a few himself.
What a lovely pistol round this is shaping up to be from mousesports. Crims is in a lot of trouble. He won't even get one. But the smoke combined as well, not only baiting out that of fnatic's, but completely locking them out on the rotate. We're going to have to bring that one up, I'm sure.
Yeah, that was really cool. I've been begging for years now the decoy has some sort of effect in the game, especially on pistol rounds. It seems to make the most sense there. On maps like Inferno, where it's all about smoking towards coffins and CD spawn, you see those telegraph decoys flying over. Just to make this as clear as possible, when you can see them flying, you can't differentiate between the decoy and the smoke. You see them flying through the air, you assume they're smoke grenades, right? No one's going to be throwing a flashbang in that manner. And the fact is the decoy lands, and it will stay there for a good 10 seconds or so, and it's baited out the utility. Then they can go back towards A, knowing they've actually got fnatic on the back foot, as flusha will desperately try and claw one back. Towards a confirmed victory, yeah.
That's lovely. That is absolutely lovely.
As soon as I saw those 2 decoys, I thought they're up to something here.
You clocked it very quick.
Over to the A site where they had some simple utility. You can see the smoke landing, the flashes come on. Once they trade on Brolan, Crims is isolated on the site on an island right here because the rotation of the last 2 players is on that B.
Ready.
Yep, so now
evidence is there.
Going forward, other teams are going to be working out, is this the decoy, is it the smoke? There's a lot to unpack there.
Oh, I love it. Karrigan continuing to be ahead of the game. And at the moment, completely alone from his team. He's just going to walk through this.
So this is the force buy, and he manages to get 1. And on 28 HP, if he stays alive here, he's done his job.
He's going to go for more. It's Karrigan, of course. He gets taken down by Crims, and now there's still 3 CTs on that B bomb site. 20 seconds left. They have to commit through this.
Oh, that nade's going to soften up Chris J. He's looking for information, but in the smoke, Golden lingers. Oh, it's a perfect angle, but he's been caught out. flusha from the coffins with only 6 bullets left in that clip. He just has to stop the bomb plant, but Chris J's done enough. Bomb will go down with just 3 seconds to spare. ropz arriving for the frag onto the Brolan. And that puts Crims into a bit of a nightmare. No kit, armor and a scout, a 5-7 on his back. Does tap away at Chris J and already has a good chance onto
the anti-ecos as well, or the anti-force spice, which is to say. Getting a Mac-10 player up towards middle, you've given him some control there. He's got information that there's not a B stack. He's seen 2 towards Arch, right? I'm sure it gets a little bit difficult. It always will be. fnatic are force ball with Eagles and Smokes. It's going to be difficult to break through. But they've made all the right plays there. They've got information and made sure they actually end up at the correct bomb site. That grenade's going to hurt, though. There's significant damage towards Karrigan, especially down to 44. He's got that Mac-10 out again as he leads the charge towards middle.
Brolan has a Zeus, Alex. I want you to make sure you're ready for that one.
Always ready, Chad. I've got my sound effect in my back pocket at all times. So this is the smoke that can cause a lot of issues for the CTs on the gun rounds, and you'll see that at the moment, Karrigan's done enough to neutralize JW, pull him out of his hidey hole. The smoke is perfect. Completely obscures Crims' info. Brolan.
Here we go. Get ready. Warm up your vocal cords. Not quite, Chad. Not quite. I'm sure we will get one today. And you know what happens when the Zeus kill hits?
We all know the punishment.
The forfeit will come through. I think Alex will have to do it today.
Yeah, that's fine. I got it.
And we'll have Golden as the final player remaining. Yeah. mousesports.
Within this second half on the pistol, they had 3 survive against that very precarious force buy on that second round. They only had 2 survive, but they got through. And then they've just had 4 survive on this anti-eco round right here. So things are looking good for usual, I suppose. fnatic always with some omissions going into their gun rounds. We saw yesterday, it just constantly felt like they never had everything that they needed. Either it was firepower or utility that was lacking.
Yeah, well, for Mass now for flusha, no AWP for JW, and the same approach from ropz as we saw from flusha. This is starting to become a bit of a common trend on Inferno. Just having one player as a martyr who's sent up there to find 1 kill potentially, or just to disrupt the defense, and it's worked out perfectly. It's flusha receiving the initial bullets there, but Crims will offer some back. Good grenade as well, and they will be finishing up towards B here. It's a double stack towards new boxes. Golden will reposition into flames here. He's burning to a crisp. He's still alive at this point. Not for long. The HE will catch him, and Crims needs multiple kills here, and he's delivering on all fronts.
Yeah, that's perfect. Crims may very well have just saved fnatic's hide in a crucial round as well. Boxy's going to get caught from CT, just holding the line. He wants this fight, but Crims knew it was...
But he's dropped off tremendously in form recently. So if you keep that weapon out of his hands, he's got an AK now. He's still going to be deadly. He's still going to be a nuisance, but he's not going to be a god.
Yeah. Just, I think I'd rather...
On the other side of things, you are waiting for a cue to be able to act. You're not being at all in the aggressive side of things, and now mousesports as they want to take top mid. Flash goes over the top. Nice, simple approach. Just 1 flash, 1 smoke. And now the follow-up utility comes on through. He's going to nutmeg him. He's found the gap. Karrigan, he's done it.
That is it. That is the nutmeg. He knows it, but JW, quick on the trigger, does take him down here. Frozen's low as well. Trying to make their way through quad, but there's a boost towards the atrium here. Chris J has no idea. And he jumps up on the pallet. He did have a suspicion at least, but Brolan will take him down. The AK-47 of ropz, who said it was deadly, but Brolan, he'll also have one. 4 versus 2. Frozen low goes down to the AWP here. 25 seconds. Shouldn't be a chance for them to win this round, but can they cause any sort of financial damage on the other side? Time will tell, and time is an important factor here. 15 seconds, and do they just want to hold on to the orb and the AK? I think they do.
It's like that you're comfortable doing, because at some point, the T's will just try and string you out. They will just try and keep you...
Similar to Long on Dust 2, for example. If you let the T's have it at the start, you can flash over and push them back out, down towards the bottom of the middle. It's a real strong bit of real estate there. Boosting up towards the atrium, that's very creative. A lot of rounds, but at the mid stages there, and they actually have mid control already.
His body, but for now, just the spray. JW, he could get caught out here. The nade's going to shoot past all of the mousesports players setting up now in middle. They've taken this rather quickly. Chris J's trying to get info with the jiggle on the D-Eagle. There's so many members of fnatic over here. They've got their full 4-man defense ready and bolstered for this A defense. It's going to come down to Jules. karrigan's giving him the bomb. That is scary. And Woxic, he's going to try and clear this corner, but Crims is playing it to perfection. He's on another double kill. Could be 3. flusha's got his own, and that is a fnatic lockdown back to back to back.
They've got 1 tactical timeout remaining. He's 3 so far. Here's the replay of Crims just getting it done with the M4, mowing them down, finding the bomb, jumping on the pallet here. An awkward angle for the T to challenge.
Yeah, we've got Masters now. 11 to 10. You said just a couple of P250s, a couple of players treating themselves to the Desert Eagle. karrigan had a little extra cash to splash. Ooh,
99 damage on that first nade.
Wow, it has to hit you to do 99.
That's kind of insane. Your round's already done at that point. Of course, a second nade comes through, and down he goes. Well then.
That's going to hurt.
It really will. And we have got ropz here with P250 and Kevlar. Just a note, don't think he'll be doing a massive amount with it, but we'll give it his best shot.
This is going to be one of those standoff rounds, ladies and gentlemen, where they see if they can find any picks, and if they can't, they'll just wait out that CT-sided utility. And this is where we, until the round gets a little bit interesting, can talk about something else, something a little bit less Counter-Strike related, or maybe Counter-Strike related. But
I feel like we should have some features ready.
Some features?
Yeah,
okay.
like I've always promised a Counter-Strike quiz for you guys at one point. Maybe some questions could come in the downtime in these full eco rounds. We have to wait.
All right.
So I could prepare some quizzes, some other features.
Like a kind of my friends from back home were doing an online pub quiz with all of their friends.
I've seen a lot of that. I love a pub quiz.
I think that would be kind of fun.
An online pub quiz.
Yeah, so they could do it from their own homes.
So like, everyone's on webcams and doing it with like a quiz
it's like
master
an app or
at the front. Yeah.
Makes sense considering the current global
you have to
situation.
Use the honor system with that one, obviously being on
no
the laptops.
Googling.
No Googling. I think you have to put your laptop on the coffee table and you have to have your hands visible at all times.
Oh, really? The rules go that deep, do
well,
they?
I think they would if Henry was involved.
I would be.
Sure.
I'm a stickler for the rules. I want to make sure.
Henry, like,
board game recommendations for us. Let us know, because we are kind of isolated with, what, 5 other men in the house right now. We need some things to do.
Yeah, well, we've been buying, I ordered a blending.
He does.
Get some frozen strawberries, blueberries, a bit of protein powder in there, and some milk.
Brings me back to life every time. Chads, what do you call that one? Is it Birchall's berries?
The elixir of life?
Yeah, Birchall's berries, yeah.
We'll get into the next gun round here. The eco is finally over. 11-11.
Oh, same as last round.
He pulled that off again. karrigan, the first player to go down, but Frozen gets one through the smoke. Flush out stage is welcome, and indeed a 4-on-4 ensues. There was still plenty of utility on the CT side, as demonstrated there by Golden. Drops the smoke at the half wall, trying to see if there's any boost action going on. This will be the bounce nade off the half wall if Crims wants to throw it. Off to the logs instead. No one there to receive.
Watching a flash, and now the hit comes in. We're seeing some deeper smokes come on through towards the pit. It's the wall. The CTs are stuck, but they're going to push on out. Brolan actually getting aggressive through the smoke.
Yeah, I love to see that from Brolan. He's even anticipating the Molotov, preemptively smoking himself out.
Good nade.
Oh, and he's just done 100 damage with that spin bowl. ropz going to get caught through the smoke. Brolan's doing it all. JW's just picking up the final pieces, sweeping them all under the rug, and fnatic will likely take the lead here. Good.
You can actually come out on top of your feeling here. If your aim's crispy, why not take the challenge? And they're sending a few of them towards Banana now, as we'll see a partial buy from mousesports here. P250s and rushing second middle.
This is their go-to strategy, but it looks like they've changed it up a little bit. karrigan's throwing the mids.
It goes in towards the arch.
Yeah, they go very fast. There's a very set routine here, and JW knows what's up. He's played in front of this. This is perfect stuff from fnatic. We saw what they did against Astralis when they knew the aggressive moves were coming in. Well, they're doing the same thing right here.
Yeah, that's a good point. They recognize the tendencies of the play, but still there is something to be said about this round. Flashbang from Chris J here. Bomb down on the floor, recovered now. Will it get planted? Apparently not. Crim's deadly with the AK. Completely destroys Rob. Hopefully he'll hold on to it. Won't be a big deal.
Towards Banana, but nobody's home this time. But flusha again inflicting some early damage. His routines towards Banana have netted him a whole lot of opening. Unconfirmed, but damage nonetheless. Ooh, okay, forcing the reposition, more utility from fnatic, actively fighting for control here. They've got 2 AKs. You talked about this, Hank. When they're feeling the crispy, they will be ready and willing when they get this one-shot potential. Both of them stand their ground at Banana. And there's 4 members of mousesports on the other side of this half wall. This is about to be a bloodbath.
It always is. Golden trying to bait in his teammate here, and it's working out nicely. Crims with the flashbang. Multiple kills found on either side, but a 3-on-3 remains, and they do know that Crims is still alive. He got a flash assist, and he's still alive, right? So they can guarantee there's still one more player on this side of the map. Yeah. There's the smoke. Here's the flash. In we go.
And Crims is perfect. Just going to come down to the individual duel. One will be enough. Where's that bomb? It's on Frozen, and they're all dead. Crims, get out of my bomb state. He screams as he falls.
That's one of those ones, you know, we've got nothing here. One smoke and a flash over, we're already done for. Crims is just waiting with the AK-47. We've got 8 seconds. You just have to go in. You can't not just go and sit back and T-spawn. So they'll have to operate here purely with headshots. mousesports looking to find their first gun round since the first 3.
Okay, big round of play here, ladies and gentlemen. Henry's painted the picture. Now it's time for mousesports to make this last chance count. Oh,
that's
wow.
His signature move.
That was his intention at all within the round. He was just standing there top mid and he went,
you know what?
I guess I'm going to pick Boiler.
Yeah, give it a quick go. Bronan gets one here. M4A4 drops down as well, just maintaining that man advantage. Huge round here. I mean, this is full map point on their pick. You don't want to give anything away. Normally,
so badly, but
they don't have the Molotovs, right? That was the whole thing.
Frozen has one. So perhaps that's where he chooses to invest it, but Pitt's also a very prime candidate for it. JW is going to get caught close quarters, but Brolan's babysat nicely. That's the end of that. 15 for fnatic. It's JW
surviving with at least 3 players alive. This has been a very, very clean CT half right here from fnatic. They are bouncing back from yesterday's loss very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, they needed to. Needs must. And all that. Karrigan's lost a lot of his health early again. He's been falling foul to the early damage from fnatic, whether it's bullets or nades. These last few rounds, these consecutive CT rounds from fnatic. Zendry's going to be forcing the CTs out of position. Golden does choose to make that clear, extinguishing the smoke. Into the site they go, and Karrigan does actually make the Mac 10 and 30 HP work for one. Still swinging around. 2 CTs dug in, make it 1.
Everyone's there.
They're rotating in now, yes, but there's no smoke for CT, but they've got a cross. Chris J with just the Desert Eagle again. No rifle for the Dutchman, and he's got a double kill. That's 2 rounds we've seen mousesports Dutch player known as Mr. Jonge. Chris J, he's gone and done it again. He's the one that doesn't buy the rifle, and he's the one that finds the double kill.
Well, he keeps them alive now. It was going to take 4 rounds in a row just to get to overtime, and that's their first of 4 found. mousesports
8-round spree. So that's the difference maker right there. With this, when this 8-round spree started on round number 19, they had the Mac 10, I think it was, entering into the B bomb site. He gets the first and then immediately was traded on out there. But these 2 kills from Chris J that Alex is highlighting are everything. They didn't deal with that as clean because of how clean those 8 were.
Well, they got a chance of, and if they don't have the best spawn, you can naturally sometimes beat it there. So you can see he takes no damage at all, but ropz certainly does. That's a little bit of an aggressive play. JW in trouble here as they do burst up towards middle. They got a challenge towards Arch, but Karrigan swallows the grenade, but still continues his efforts towards A here.
Yeah, he did well to actually throw out that nade. JW connected nicely. Now Chris J's lost half his health, so has Woxic. They're doing well to apply pressure to A in every way. Look at the chances Crim's had. They're so minimal. Brolan will be flushed out nicely by Karrigan. He knew he was lingering around after his opening kill onto ropz. So now the bomb will go down. That's Woxic's responsibility, planting so it can be seen from the balcony. And Frozen, he could walk straight into JW. Woof.
Good shot.
A clean kill.
Very clean. And with the double orb set up on this retake, you might not be fancying it here. They've got a player who's still in towards Arch. They're feeling it's going to grab the orb and get out, which will be the case.
They have guaranteed themselves buy rounds for the rest of the game here. And I say that because there's only going to be 2 rounds of regulation left after round number 13 is posted on the board now. mousesports have done a fantastic job of bouncing back after that slew from fnatic here, but
Coffins, when they were planting the bomb, they really had no information as to what was going on at that point. All down to karrigan's moves up towards Arch.
Grims has been bailing fnatic out of a lot of situations, and perhaps one more hero play from him is required. For now, they're not going to be going into their domain, but everybody a little shell-shocked to start off round 29.
But he'll be smoked out momentarily. They're actually not going for it. It's a bit of a fake. They've thrown one smoke towards CT spawn, and the high-tailing it back to the high HP players in the form of Crims. This could be it now. He finds two from the trash position, and that's going to be it, surely. Frozen will flush him out. He'll go down.
Where are they going?
They have no idea. They can't even plant, surely. There's flames down here.
He's going to try, but there's 2 players on the site.
It's done.
That's one way to end a game of Counter-Strike. He was pushing in just to do his best, but fnatic, they'll take it in the end. 16-13, the Swedes will take Inferno.